Okay, so good morning to all of you who is watching, and I want to say it's an honor for me to participate in this wonderful and incredible event. So let me introduce myself. My name is Evander Adriandi. I'm from SMA 3 Kabupaten Tangerang. So the first motion or the first topic of this debate is scholarship should only be granted on the basis of financial necessity. I think this motion itself or the topic itself is very relatable for us in the school world or the academic world or the education world, either of those three. So, first of all, let us talk about the definition of the word itself. Okay, so quoted from Cambridge Dictionary, the word scholarship means an amount of money given by a school, college, university, or other organization to pay for the students of a person with great ability but little money. On this statement alone, we could know that scholarship is an aid given to the academically gifted individual but challenged economically. In this modern age, there are a lot of scholarship program, either domestically or local in our country, like national university or even international ones. From example, international, okay, the AAD, a scholarship for master's or PhD degree in Germany, there is also MEXT, a scholarship for bachelor's degree in Japan, and there are still many others. I cannot say them all. Other university, local ones like BINUS or Gunadarma, also provide some type of financial aid or scholarship for individual that meets the requirement. The key word here is requirements, because we are going to talk about requirements next. The thing is, most of the requirement doesn't include economical status. For example, here are the requirements for the AD scholarship, so international ones, okay? The first thing is the AD application forms, of course, hand-signed CV, like your achievements, your history, your academic history. I mean, like where do you go to school? Hand-signed letter of motivation. So why do you choose the school itself? Professional letter of recommendation. This can be from your previous school, your previous college, or your workplace. Proof of language abilities, so like TOEFL or German if you are applying to the German sector, and also additional documents. As you can see, there are no requirements about financial and about economical status. The reason for this, I know personally that university or any academical institution is targeting for that everybody can have equal grounds, so everybody can participate, everybody can join. But the thing is that they don't realize that individual with economically stable or even rich, I mean, probably going to have better equipped, better prepared, and also all around better, I guess. I think it's sad for like undetermined and capable individual get beaten out by probably someone worse, I mean, but they are well equipped. I mean, they go to private lessons or they go to cram school, I don't know. But yeah, if that's so, that means that the scholarship itself is not grounded or not in equal grounds, because of course the economically capable families can provide for their children better than the economically challenged ones. If I personally can suggest anything, it will be to add economical status for requirements. I think if we can realize this, then the more of the economically challenged individual can also more equally participate in this scholarship. I don't mean that academic value is not important. I mean, the scholarship itself is based on the academic value, but I think the thing is, like, if the rich people apply for the scholarship, of course everybody get equal treatment, everybody get equal rights. But if the rich is compared to the poor, I mean, like, economically unstable or economically less or challenged, I mean, like, the rich one can of course pay for their own course. Like, they don't need the scholarship to get to the place they want to go. I mean, if they want to, they can simply not apply for the scholarship and go to the place they want. So I think it's a waste of scholarship if that's so, because I think the less capable of the less capable family will appreciate the scholarship more than the rich ones, because the rich ones, like I said before, they can pretty much go to anywhere they want. But if there is no, like, economically unstable or challenged individual that is applying for the scholarship, hey, then the rich or economically stable individual can also participate. But I think it could be separated or segregated, but it's just my opinion. And I think that sums my opinion about this topic or this motion. So conclusion, I think the system itself should require, like, economical status economical status on the paper, so that we know that if the person is economically stable or not. If not, I think we should prioritize on them first, compared to the economically stable ones or the rich ones, because, like I said, they can pay their own course, their own study license to go to the place they want. And I think the scholarship can more be appreciated from the less capable family. I think that is it. That is for me. That sums it up perfectly, I think. Thank you for listening, and bye. See you on Motion 2.